Jesus once told a powerful story to explain the depth of God's love and mercy. He spoke of a father who had two sons. One day, the younger son approached his father with a shocking request. He said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." In those days, this was like telling his father, "I wish you were dead." Yet, instead of anger, the father responded with quiet pain and great love. He divided his possessions and gave the younger son what he asked for. Not long after, the young man gathered all he had and traveled to a distant land, far away from his father's house and guidance. There, he lived exactly as he pleased. He wasted his wealth on reckless living, chasing pleasure, pride, and temporary happiness. At first, life felt exciting and free. He believed money would never run out and joy would never fade. But slowly, everything began to fall apart. Soon, his wealth was completely gone. At the same time, a severe famine struck the land. With no money, no friends, and no support, the young man found himself in desperate need. He was forced to take a job feeding pigs, an unthinkable task for someone raised in a Jewish home. Hunger consumed him so deeply that he longed to eat the food given to the pigs, but no one offered him anything. He had reached the lowest point of his life. In that place of brokenness, something changed. He came to his senses and said to himself, "How many of my father's servants have more than enough food, while I am here, starving to death? I will return to my father and say, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.'" With shame in his heart, but hope rising within him, he stood up and began the journey home. While he was still far away, his father saw him. Every day, the father had been watching, waiting, hoping. When he saw his son in the distance, thin, broken, and ashamed, the father did something unexpected. He ran to him. The father wrapped his arms around his son and kissed him. The son began to confess his sins, but before he could finish, the father called out to the servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Prepare a feast and celebrate, for my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." Joy filled the house, and the celebration began. But the story does not end there. The older son, who had stayed behind and worked faithfully, heard the music and dancing. When he learned that his younger brother had returned and was being celebrated, anger filled his heart. He refused to join the celebration and complained to his father, saying, "All these years I have served you, yet you never celebrated me like this." The father gently replied, "My son, you're always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we must celebrate, because your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." This story reveals the heart of God. No matter how far we wander, no matter how badly we fail, God's love never gives up on us. He waits, watches, and runs toward us when we return. He does not shame us. He restores us. God's mercy is greater than your past. His arms are still open. Come home.